welcome to the Triple Dot Podcast, the weekly podcast talking all things trainers, sneakers, kicks, crepes, whatever you call them, wherever you are in the world. My name is Scott, and with me, as I sort of say, I keep saying every single week, but again, we've had a couple of weeks off for good reason, because someone was preoccupied for some reason. But everyone's back now. Everyone survived. Prozek, Erkin. Let's start with the happier amongst us. Erkin, how are we?
Well, you're speaking to now a Premier League champion, I'll have you know. Feels good, man. It feels good. All the waffle, all the nonsense, it's been worth it. It's been a mad season. Obviously, Prozek's having his fun with the Champions League final disaster, but yeah, still feel good, man. Obviously, Prozek, you scraped relegation, yeah, but we'll allow you. I had some dirt on both of you. Yeah, I was ready to make a whole reel, all the clips, the voice notes, and this and that. But nah, man, winners win, losers talk. So there's that, innit? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we're good, man. Glad to be back.
That explains why you've been waffling for so many
Facts,
years,
bro. Because boy, my DMs have got a lot of talk in them. Ain't from the losers, bro. It's interesting how that's happened. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, it's all
Mate,
mad.
oh,
I'm gonna before we get to Prozek, I am gonna say, because I've had people say that there's always football in this. I'm gonna caveat this episode with, unfortunately, there's gonna be a lot of football because there's a lot of football that's about to happen and has just happened. But yeah, Prozek, how are you on the other side of the street?
you know what? Like, I think I was very, very magnanimous previously. I'd stated for everyone to hear that I didn't begrudge Arsenal winning the league, and obviously Arsenal won the league. But what I couldn't abide, what I couldn't allow to take place, was Arsenal winning the Champions League, because that just couldn't go down on my watch. That's what the issue that I had, right? And lo and behold, when all else had almost failed, right? And I couldn't rely on PSG to get the job done.
You were about to block everyone and deactivate for a good one.
Man like Eze and Gabby just put that shift in. And they made it look like an accident. I absolutely love you, lads.
Whoever wrote that script, fair play.
Absolutely. That was literally written by the hands of God, and it couldn't have gone any better, because respectfully, couldn't have happened to two nicer guys. Love that.
Well, there was a guy that you were begging to come to Tottenham, and another guy that's team of the season, probably our player of the season. So I'll just say
I will say, I know there was a lot of Arsenal fans saying that if we win the Champions League, you're gonna need to block me, and I quote that from multiple people.
Yeah.
But what they was missing from that conversation was Prozek saying, if you lose, you're gonna have to block me. Because Arsenal fans, there's a lot of people that have got very annoyed that people are waffling, but unfortunately it goes both ways, and Prozek has been relentless.
It does go both ways. And you know what? I make no apologies, because I said it to Erkin, I've said it to everyone, man. When you're at the top of the tree, you're there to be shot at, and banter goes both ways. Respectfully, enjoy where you are. It's an absolute compliment for you to be where you are, but you're gonna get it, because nobody else is happy for you. Nobody else wanted you to win. No innocent bystanders, no casual fans are interested in Arsenal winning this league. It's only you lot. So there's no one else.
1 minute. Without us, you'd be relegated, bro. Without West Ham win, I'm just saying.
No. And I've given you all due respect. I gave you all due respect, and I continue to give you specifically. I gave you a pep talk specifically, and I said to you, mate, I need you to do your job, and you guys did your job. And there was a lot of argy-bargy, respectfully. That was one day when I didn't mind the PGMO and VAR working in your favor, because it was an absolute mess. Like what I saw from Declan Rice and Leandro Trossard and Gabriel was unbelievable. It was literally the Royal Rumble. But that being said, it did help our cause, and I'm for that I am forever thankful. That being said, obviously you know how the game works, and the game is the game. I don't write the rules; I just play by them. And as soon as Eze and Gabriel did that 1-2 punch was unbelievable, bro.
See, I tried to be kind, right, in this, and there was points where I'd send a message to Prozek of something that had seen some funny reel, whatever, and I've gone. I specifically said to him, I'm not going to send this to people because I think they might actually explode with rage at this point if I do send it. And Prozek just went, if you're not, I am. Fuck it. Just posted it everywhere. I was out. Fair enough.
But you know what, lads? The day after, we were at a Champions Parade, whilst you guys were still sharing stuff from the Champions League final.
Facts.
So who's the real winners here? Huh?
Bro, I can't lie. You guys are definitely at the Champions Parade, but like, you guys left banter everywhere, and it was just one of them things where it was just like, yes, you guys were at a Champions Parade, and that's all you guys really should have been focusing on. But the issue was, and I you can confirm or deny this if you want or whatever, like there must have been half the crowd there on their phones responding to me at that parade, because the amount of DMs, bro, the amount of voice notes, like it's just the amount of comments, bro. And bad comments, you know, people having a go at every part of my body. Unbelievable.
I saw some story. I was like, bro,
unbelievable.
Personal, bro. I was like, wow.
So personal.
You hit them hard.
So personal.
Yeah.
Unbelievably personal. At no point did I say anything personal to anyone, but obviously people wanted to have a go, and I understand that they were in an emotional place. I was just thinking to myself, mate, if my team has just won the league, would I even have my phone on? Like, I'd just literally be on cloud nine. But it is what it is, right? And
to be fair, you
that.
won you won a European trophy, and the first thing you were doing was on your phone,
literally
ringing everyone up.
Literally, but I wasn't there though. I wasn't there. That's the thing. If I was there, it might have been a bit different.
We'll give it to you.
But I think the thing that made, I think everything happens for a reason. Ultimately, I think football needed to still have something over Arsenal, like, because it was just everything lined up so perfectly for them this season, right? And if we give them the league and we say, you know what, you deserve to win the league, Man City weren't there, and no other, Liverpool weren't there, and bro, that Champions League, it means so much that if you'd have got it and wiped away that whole not having a European title, it would have just been too much for everybody. And do you know what? Ultimately, we thank God, because football won at the end of the day. PSG did what they needed to do, and they pulled it through.
The thing is, you know, with Arsenal, if they win when I should say we win a European trophy, it's going to be, oh, you've only won one. You've only won one in how long? Like, there's always the goalposts that are moving. So I don't really take these things to heart, because it's one of them things. It's a part of the game.
As we said, it's
part of the game.
It's not an Arsenal thing. It doesn't matter what team it is. If they're on top,
there's going to be
rightfully respect that your team is going to be the one that is getting it from everyone else. You know,
it's a massive sign of respect. It's a huge
my whole childhood was just being bullied. like I've been there, I've done that, and it is what it is. But yeah, it is funny. I must admit, the one thing that I did enjoy was, rightfully, you got your guard of honor at Crystal Palace. The thing is, obviously, the way that Crystal Palace is set up as a stadium, your guard of honor was at the corner flag.
That was so weird.
Perfect.
It was basically off the field, bro.
Because it was like, that's your altar. That is where you worship.
May I remind you guys?
The irony was beautiful.
We won it both
ways.
stadiums.
Both stadiums.
Won it at the Lane twice, and we won it at Old Trafford. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I thought what you were gonna say is you have won it in the past playing good football, and obviously you've won it this time.
When was the last time you won a league, my friend?
Europa League last season. There you go.
We got him.
There's that European trophy.
We got him.
Just waiting for it.
well,
Can't answer
well,
that.
well done,
You
Erkin. That was
can't answer
fantastic.
that.
Oh my
Hey.
god.
There-
Yeah.
there- we are going to talk about shoes at some point, honestly.
We are.
But as you can tell, there's been a lot that's gone on. But yeah, it was a very busy weekend in London, with all of the Arsenal fans turning up and rival fans turning up, and also buying Arsenal shirts for some strange reason. For anyone that is into the whole football Twitter sphere, I don't know if you see, was it Trey United?
Oh, mate.
He was at the parade in an Arsenal shirt, and everyone's now seen it and gone, okay. But I'm very aware how busy it was, because on the Saturday, I travelled into London to pick up shoes. See, so we're going to bring it to shoes somehow. And on the train in, obviously, more and more Arsenal fans flooding in. And when you get into London, it was weird. When I got into London, it was very quiet. Rock up to Selfridges, go to Offspring, come out. By the time I'd come out, probably about half an hour later, packed. Everywhere's packed, busy. Adidas employees on that day. Well done.
Calling sick.
Well done. But yeah, the reason that we went in is because of shoes. And as we'll probably get to later on, this week's a bit quieter on the whole sneaker front. But last week and the week before were not very quiet in that sense. I mean, our last episode, we had 5 triple ups, I think. And we're still there now. But the first one that, I mean, I managed to pick up, and Prozac were fortunate enough to pick up as well, both from Offspring, was the Travis Low. Obviously, we had the pink pack. In typical Offspring fashion, they didn't make it simple. You had 2 doors. And I always find this funny, because we have listeners that are not from the UK and get very confused, and obviously don't really know about some of the things that Offspring has got up to in the past and obviously now. But in this sense, it was an Instagram post where there is 2 doors and you pick a door, left or right. And one of the doors has one shoe and the other door has another shoe, and you don't know which one you're getting.
Yeah.
It's complete potluck. And then they open the door and you see what you got. And in this case, both of us got the shy pink colorway, i.e. the kind of lovely sail with the pink swoosh.
Marshmallow vibes.
Very much so. And it's quite a divisive one, this one. I think there was a lot of people that wanted the tropical pink, which was the kind of more pink with the red swoosh, and people really wanted that, loved it. That's the pair that I wanted, and I had on at the beginning of the year when we did the kind of 3v3v3. The 3 that I had was the Travis tropical pink, the ZX Aqua, which I have, and the Nigel Sylvester, the Sylvester Jordan 4s, which I have as well. And yeah, but these ones, like I say, it's potluck. You don't know what you're going to get, and I got the least favorite of the 2. But I think more and more people that have got them, they are growing on them.
Yeah.
They're not a bad shoe by any means, but yeah, they're quite yellowy, I guess, in terms of a sail. They're not quite set. Like when I think of sail, I think much paler than what these are. But yeah, I mean, quality wise, they're decent, good quality. They're what you expect from a Travis Low at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, Prozac, obviously you've got a pair as well. I mean, what are your thoughts on them? Was this the pair that you kind of were up for, or were you kind of more
No, this is the pair I was leaning towards. I just thought it would be a bit more wearable. I think me and you are both in, like, we both love a popper color. But yeah, I just leaned a bit. I just preferred the color blocking on this. I thought it was more simple, and I feel like it really pops off with the pink laces that was supplied with the shoe as well. So yeah, man, I went for door number 17. And I was happy with that. So like you said, some people weren't happy with it, but I think, to be honest, having put it on my social media, I feel like a lot of people took L's on both colors. It was a very difficult shoe to get. I'm just happy I managed to cop the kit, man, because it seems on reflection it was pretty difficult.
I think this is it. I think people will look at how Offspring do it and not be very happy because you are essentially agreeing to buy a shoe and you don't know what shoe you're looking to buy. But as multiple people have pointed out, Calf included, like I don't think people quite realise how limited these actually are.
It was unbelievable.
So to get either of them is something. Yeah, I mean they definitely grown on me. Certainly, and I think out of the two, they're probably the more wearable pair.
Definitely.
As well. So, I mean, as much as I love the tropical pink, one, I have loads of predominantly pink shoes, and do I really need to add another predominantly pink shoes to the collection? Probably not. But also, I can throw these on with anything, and that's probably what will happen. They'll probably get a lot of wear, as opposed
very
to
easy to wear
others. But yeah, I mean, Erkin, I know you're bored of shoes, but what are your general thoughts on the Travis Lows? I mean, I thought people had got bored of Travis Lows, to be honest, but looks like people might have come back out for them.
Yeah, it was interesting, man. I liked, to contrary to a lot of people, I liked what Offspring did. I like the fact that it was potluck. I like the fact that 2 colorways were available, and let's be honest, they're Travis, so you kind of have to, beggars and choosers, that kind of thing. Not saying one's better than the other, but you're definitely going to have preferences. I think when we both picked the 17 and realized which one we picked, we were like, it was kind of gutted. Obviously, I was unlucky I didn't get a pair. Didn't get a chance to enter for the re-raffle, which a lot of people look like they hit on. I was too busy at the parade and, stuff like that. So, yeah, just too busy celebrating. Joking. But no, I think I was gutted that I missed out because, it would have been great. Hat trick, tripled up and everything. But at the same time, I'm just like you said, Scott, I'm at a cleanse, If for people who watch the YouTube and everything, I'm kind of just making space at the minute. Just getting rid of pairs that I'm not wearing and stuff like that. Not saying I'm bored of sneakers, not going anywhere. Yeah. But this was a great shoe and a great way that Offspring did it. I think we were speaking as well, like it kind of got overshadowed by the parade and the football, because normally at events like this, people make it a whole day, they link up, they go for a coffee, some lunch and stuff, and pick up your Travis or your hype shoe. But fair play to Offspring, man. Even the re-raffle, Travis, when do you hear about that happening? So yeah.
Well, I think the reason for the re-raffle, and there was a good amount of brick by bricks that was sat still waiting at Selfridges as well. There was a few sizes knocking around there, and I think with the Travis, and I don't get it. I know the brick after brick, sorry, I think is because people probably saw that there wasn't really any resell on them, and there are some people that are going in just to see if they can make a quick buck, and probably went, it's not worth it. By the time you travel in and everything and all that, it's not worth it. But I'm surprised with people leaving these, but I think it is one of them where people go, well, it's not the color I want, and then just don't turn up for them.
Yeah.
Which it's fair, but actually, like, they're both good. Like, they are both good colorways. I think, for some, everyone's probably got one that they prefer more than the other. But actually, the more I look at these, the more I go, actually, they're a good shoe. They're a really good shoe. And again, you might be able to pick up a pair and then.
Would you swap like now that you've got them in hand? Do you think you'd swap, like, both of you? What would you think?
I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. This is the one I wanted.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I know Scott's torn.
I mean, if it came up, I would be torn. Yeah. And I think it's difficult. It is because, as you said, like, you're on a cleanse, and I am clearing out quite a lot of pairs as well. Just to kind of make space, and the amount of pairs of pink shoes I've had to get rid of because I realise how many I've got, and I always rock the same one. So, I think they will stay, and if someone does offer a swap out of nowhere, fair enough, I might entertain it. But actually, I do really like these as well. So, and they're going to be such a good summer shoe, so I think they'll probably stay. So that was kind of the first pickup, and then another one that came a little bit before. Obviously, we mentioned the Nigel Sylvester brick after bricks, the Jordan 4s. Prozek's got his pair. I too also have a pair. I mean, Prozek, you've obviously got the brick by bricks. I know we've spoken about it on the previous episode. But I mean, what are you feeling about these brick after bricks? Because I'm seeing a lot of interesting talk online about these now, which I wasn't expecting to see, but I can't decide if it's retro tinted glasses, shall we say? I mean, what are you thinking about these?
So I sort of was quite clear prior that I'm not 100% sold on the storytelling that supports this particular shoe. I think Nigel Sylvester, I think his gift is being able to sort of create a cool narrative almost around anything he does. Like he's just, you just got those types of people, maybe like a Clint or like I think they're in a similar bracket where they can just create cool narratives that just get people like invested emotionally, and you can just like, yeah, I'm up for buying this product because I like the story. But then I thought to myself, you know what, like really, how do I feel about the Fire Red in general? And this is basically just the best Fire Red you're ever gonna get. But ultimately, I'm not overly in love with the color blocking on the Fire Red, so I'm like, it's never been one of my top ones. Having the shoe in hand, it's a top-notch shoe. It's an amazing shoe. I'm still not 100% all the way there with it. Like I'm still not 100% on whether, yeah, this is absolutely necessary. Like we all spoke, and I think I was very, very clear when it came to the brick by brick very early. And I'm talking like, I think it came out in March before the month was done. I was like, this is a grow level shoe. This is a girl. Like, I felt it in my core. Like nothing was going to tell me anything different, and we were all saying the similar things. I don't feel that with this, without a shadow of a doubt. Doesn't mean it's not a good shoe. It's still a good shoe. And shout out to everyone that copped it because it is a good shoe. And I think if you haven't got a brick by brick, the brick after brick isn't bad at all. You get me? But it's not the same. It's not on the same level. It's just a different shoe, and that's fine. You get me? Because not every shoe needs to have a similar level of narrative and he's buying at the same exact level. Like there are some shoes that just are good in their own right, and some shoes that have an amazing story, an amazing rollout, an amazing this and amazing that. Not every shoe has to have that, right? And I think this is a great shoe. And I'm not even bantering when I say this. Legitimately, the best Fire Red 5 you're ever gonna see, you've ever experienced. It's elite level shoe, right? But if you're not supremely in love with a Fire Red 5, or sorry, a Fire Red 4, then you're not gonna like love the shoe like to that same level. It's just is what it is. That being said, like everything about the shoe, everything around the shoe, it's cold, man. It is what it is, man. So I'll have the shoe, I'll have it for a little while, you get me, and I'll think about it. But ultimately, yeah, it's just not on the same level. And I don't want to be negative, but for me, it's just not on the same level as the big Brad.
Can I ask, and this goes to both of you, all the pictures and videos and everything that you've seen, as soon as you got them in hand, did it make you feel a bit better about them, or was it same, or was it even?
It's better in hand. It's better in hand. It's definitely better in hand. Like I think, like in contrast to what Scotty was saying about the Shy Pinks, which I don't know if it's an official sale colorway on that. I don't know if it's officially sale, but the sale on this is far more muted than the sale on the Travis. The sale on the Travis is borderline cream. Like if you want to go, like it's definitely a darker sale, right? This is a very, very muted light.
They call it what, Cinnabar or something, isn't it?
There's something else, yeah. I don't know if it is sale. I'm not sure 100%, but it is definitely. And I don't know whether that refers to the back tabs and this part, or whether it refers to the actual colorway itself. But I prefer this muted sale over sort of like in your face type sale. If that is exactly, I mean, if it is
according to the box, it is a muslin Shy Pink sale, according to on the Travis. So apparently they are the same. They're definitely not.
They're definitely not. They're definitely not.
I mean, obviously I don't have the brick by bricks. I'm sad that I don't have the brick by bricks, but you know, these are a really good shoe. Really, really good. Like I say, it's probably the best version of a Fire Red you might ever see on a 4. It's great. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just not completely sold. And I thought I would be. I thought they would come and I'd be like, oh my God, look at these. They're great. I mean, I said to Verity, I was like, look, which do you prefer? And I've got obviously the Fire Red 3s. So it's Fire Red 3s or these. And she kind of went, so same text, different font. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. And she was like,
Verity has some bars, bro. That is cold. That is 100% correct.
She did prefer the Nigel 4s, but obviously the cost of them and everything and that. And I said I've still got one of the pickup to talk about so we can't keep them all, but they are good. But like I say, they haven't blown me away. However, as I was saying earlier, I'm seeing a lot of people online kind of that obviously doing reviews, lots of big content creators, all of your big names, and they're saying that these are better than the first ones. Now, I don't think they're referring to the storytelling and the rollout and everything, but I think they're talking as a shoe. And this is why I said, is it kind of retro tinted classic? Because it's a Fire Red 4. Like a Fire Red 4 will go down as a classic. It's one of the greatest colorways on a shoe ever. And the fact that you've made that better, that's why everyone's saying that this is better. It's hard because I've seen other shoes that look like this. If I don't get these, I can just get a pair of Fire Reds in another day, probably. So I'm not too mad. They are good. The details on them are good. The quality is amazing. The leather quality and everything is great. Really high profile shoe, but I'm not. It is what it is, and I think that's the problem in it. Like, I think there will be a lot of people that will put this as on their shoe of the year list when we get to the end, but it's nowhere near as cut and dry as last year. Last year it was like that is well and above for most people. This is going to be somewhere. It's just not. It's not close. And I think obviously when you've got them, the Travis as well, like the fact that I'm going, which one? Like I was kind of expecting it to be so cut and dry of like it's gonna be these. So but no, it's obviously good to get them. Managed to get my pair through sneakers as well, of all places. So that doesn't happen very often. But then last but not least, from my point of view, is a shoe that has taken a little to get here because it's literally come from the other side of the world. But the Asics x Earls, the Gel Cumulus. I've never had a Gel Cumulus. I don't know. I'd love to know which people have ever had a Gel Cumulus before. It took a bit of time, like I said, to come because they only come from Australia. It was the only place you could get them. No UK, no EU releases for this shoe. No one picked them up once again. I mean, I'll go into a bit of detail, but I mean, if you really want to see more detail on these, go and watch Harrison's videos, Best Foot Forward Shoes on YouTube and Instagram, because his content and the level of his content, he will do it way more justice than I'm about to do. But this was kind of, I said before, I put on the Nigel 4s, I was trying them on and was like, yeah, they're all right. And then I took them off and put these on. And oh boy, the levels of comfort are just ridiculous. And also, like, the quality of the shoe and the materials used, like the suedes and the leathers on this, even though it's kind of more minimal, just kind of on, the Asics logo, etc., and on some of the overlays, is so high compared to some of the other shoes that have come through the door. Even the Travis, like, they're not bad, but there's bits where you go, it feels a bit plasticky and stuff. These are just not, and these are just beautiful. Like, for me, like I said, this is contention for shoe of the year quite easily. Like, it's just the materials, like the details, the materials, the storytelling, just everything is just so on point. I mean, as I know Prozac said it, but it's carpet.
Nice.
Like, it's just all the details with it are just absolutely fantastic. And yeah, well done to Louis and Earls for another amazing collab. I'm just really annoyed that the customs on this has made this a very expensive pair. So yeah, thanks UK government and all of your lovely taxes. Thank you, Royal Mail, for charging me £20 just for you to pick them up for me.
Jeez, wow.
Brilliant.
I was gonna say, did you want to share the actual amount in customs that you had to pay?
Half the price of the pair of shoes is what it was.
Crazy work.
That's annoying.
Crazy.
Absolutely unbelievable. I will say, obviously, once it comes to the total, it's still more expensive than what you would probably pay for a pair of basics. But when you look at it, it's probably price-wise in total came to the equivalent of a pair of Nigel Fours, maybe a bit more. I am mad.
Yeah, when you put it like that.
Mad in that sense because these are so much better quality and such a better shoe. So yeah, just amazing, really. But yeah, once again, I know we have got questions that we've got from audience, and again, we're going to delay them another week because there's just so much to get through, and I do really want to get to this because we're on the verge of the World Cup. It is time. It is that time of year. Everybody will come together, and out of absolutely nowhere, I know we've had bits here and there for other tournaments, but it's gone quite big this year. So on that, I'm going to move over to Shoes Round so that we can really get into the nitty gritty of the World Cup.
Sneaker news.
And the reason I say that is because brands have gone mad. They have lost it in the best way possible, I will say, because we have moaned and we have complained and we have said for so long that we have been starved of good football content from brands, especially Nike. And now they've come back, and they've come back with force. So we discussed not that long ago, obviously, the Adidas advert that got released, the Backyard Legends, where you had so many so many players being brought in, celebrities, Messi, Bad Bunny, obviously Timothy Chalamet, to create this cinematic masterpiece of a football advert that everyone was like, this is it. This is what we wanted. And we sat there and we went, come on then, Nike, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? And everyone was getting annoyed. And then out of nowhere, they ripped the script and release an absolute banger of a advert, 6 minutes long, masterpiece of just everything. I mean, when I say everything, I do mean they literally had everyone and everything in there that they could. I mean, just to kind of from a Nike perspective in terms of who they had. So from a football point of view, Kylian Mbappe, Nico Williams, Vinicius Jr., Bruno Fernandes, Raul Jimenez, Tyler Adams, Jamal Musiala, Virgil van Dijk, Fede Valverde, Erling Haaland, Drogba, and bring the legends into it, Eric Cantona, Cristiano Ronaldo, Alex Putellas, Rodrigo, Ronaldinho, and Jorge Campos turn in. I mean, the other one that was also in there, I don't know if we want to, Cole Palmer, who isn't in the World Cup squad. That was a move on Nike's part. Are in this advert.
At least they kept him in the advert.
Imagine if they just AI'd him out.
Remember back in the day, they
put him into Anthony Gordon.
There was an advert where it was Ruud van Nistelrooy in one edit, and it was Totti in another edit. So they could have done that,
Yeah. So, but then obviously, in addition to that, they decided to bring in the big guns when it came to the celebrities.
Yeah.
So you've got Kim Kardashian and Saint West in there, Travis Scott, Channing Tatum, out of nowhere.
That was
Um,
funny. That was funny.
hilarious.
Lisa, who's one of the members of Blackpink, Kate Scott, obviously the broadcaster, young Miko, a Puerto Rican singer, LeBron's in there, Central C, and then Ted Lasso, Jason Sudeikis appears in it as well. They really went all out on this advert, and I mean, it's a thing of beauty, and it.
Yeah, so good.
I mean, I just want to. I mean, the advert itself, all timer maybe.
Bro.
So, it's definitely
Yeah,
up there.
fully up there. It's fully up there, man. I think the amount of time, it's like it just kept on going as well, and it was just like it was just taking you in so many different directions, bro. But like, I just felt, you know what, going into it, I'm like, they've left it a long time. They've not really said anything. Obviously, we know that there's the whole cryo shot stuff's happening in the background, but really, there's not been much said. Oh, by the way, Travis Scott was in. I don't know if you mentioned his name as well.
Yeah.
But with all of that, like, it absolutely exceeded my expectations. And considering like Nike's pedigree in terms of like legendary adverts, why would this exceed our expectations? Because it's almost like between the last advert that they've done and this one, they've done absolutely everything to sort of bury their reputation for communication to their communities, that it's just been like, you know what, yeah, it's been beaten out of us in terms of expectation, and they've just done something absolutely amazing. I think I sent something in the group basically saying that they've literally just thrown everything at this just to make sure something lands and something sticks. Apparently, I saw a video and I think I put it in the group. In terms of marketing, obviously LA's a mecca for marketing, but like, they had those people held captive for days recording this, right? Like, it was like a film almost, right? And off the back of it, like, I've seen like 3 or 4 other like behind the scenes type like videos, and you know they've got content for days off of this shoot. Off of this one shoot, they've got content upon content. And the thing that's different between Nike and obviously Adidas have gone down the storytelling route. They've created something that's pure, something that's finite and perfect, and it's in its own bubble. There's gonna be nothing else. They're just gonna let that stand and just be what it is forever, right? Nike's been like, yeah, all right, we'll do that, and we'll do all of this as well, and we'll just bombard everybody with cool content that's going to be massively shareable. It's going to have all of these celebrities and all of these amazing footballers in it. And yeah, man, they smashed it. Like, I literally was like, yeah, that's 10-10. No notes, man. You did your thing. You eat, man. You're eating. Yeah, you ate that thing up.
Yeah, it was clock, man. It's definitely an all-timer because of the shock factor with who was in it, what they did in it as well. It weren't just names for the sake of being in it. Of course, you had Kim. When I said in the group, I think we was voice noting Scott, and I said Kim of all people, but we forget she's got Nike Skims. Do you know what I mean? So
she's a Nike ambassador, bro.
Exactly.
A collaborator.
Yeah. I loved the whole GOAT segment with LeBron and Cristiano. That was so smart. And obviously from a cinematic or videography, I guess, way, I loved how they did the thing where you're watching it vertical 1 minute and it tells you to turn your phone horizontal the next minute. Little things like that. From a content creation standpoint, loved it. And like you said, Project, like, they've got little clips that are coming out now. Like, I sent it in the group with Zlatan grabbing one of those megaphones, whatever they're called, and he's wearing Air Max 95 volts.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Zlatan in 95s is like, oh my god. Bro.
And not just any 95s, the neon.
Bro, D90, bro. Come on, man.
You know, it was just it's fast, man. So I don't dispute, like, there's gonna be a lot more clippable footage that's gonna come out and do the rounds, and it's smart because it's not just one video that seems like Adidas did. It's a lot of segments that are going to be coming out. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's great to see. It's definitely hyping up the World Cup from from a fan's perspective, but also from a kind of sneakerheads perspective too, because a lot of these players, they are involved in some of the marketing. Like, I know Saliba weren't in this, but he's been involved in the 95 neon marketing stuff before. Van Dijk with the Pata stuff. So there's a lot of crossovers there.
Cole Palmer with the Central Sea stuff, literally.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah.
they even
Yeah,
had Clint in there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Clint,
yeah.
Clint, yeah.
And yeah, shout out to Ted Lasso, man. I met him when I was working at Holborn for TFL. Good lad, good lad. But nah, man, it was cool. I love it, man. We've been speaking about this for quite some time now, about like the good old days. We're showing our age where the Scorpion, Nike adverts, and the Pepsis, and all of these things, and it just feels good. It's got the football in a great place. World Cups, just building up now. So yeah, it's great, man. I loved it.
It feels like I haven't seen this much activity from brands like on all fronts for a long time in terms of thing. And I think Nike, in addition to the advert, also then obviously have recently unveiled their kind of cryo shot packs as well. So what they've announced is that there is 7 collaborations on the cryo shot, and the cryo shot is essentially a football trainer with studs visible but kind of molded in a way that it is just a flat sole shoe. I'm not sure how I think about them at all.
You see the Pata ones though, that they're all right,
So this is the thing. So what they've done is they've done 7 collaborations with 7 different national teams, and in addition, they've also thrown in a collaborator, a designer, to do this as well. So it's a Nike cryo shot mixed with, as an example, because there's an event that's been going on this weekend, England times Palace, obviously a British brand. So a really good kind of crossover of all areas, and kind of keeping the country together. So you've got the England Palace Nike collaboration on the cryo shot, and bearing in mind these do all come with kits and stuff as well. Obviously with the England stuff, we are getting a full rollout of Palace England which is really reasonably priced as well. I don't know if you've seen the prices on them, like that St. George's shirt that everyone has been going on about, like the stained glass window type thing, 55 quid.
Oh, it's not bad.
So really reasonably priced. So yeah, you've got the Palace Nike England collaboration. You've got Pata times the Netherlands as well, times Nike. Again, perfect sense. You've got that, and it's probably one of the better looking cryo shots. You've got Virgil Abloh Archives times the United States times that. Crazy. I mean, it's just triple white with the text on it. They've done a good job there. Then you've got I always butcher this. Jacques Mousse. There we go. Times France cryo shots. I don't need another Peace Manouche moment, although that's going to come in a second. Times France, obviously keeping it there. You've got Nocta times Canada.
That was very smart. That was very smart.
Yeah, kind of Tiempo 94 type. So they're all kind of based around different ones. So yeah, the England one is like an airspeed basis. You've got the Mercurial R9 for the Pata. You've got the Zoom M9 for the Virgil Abloh, Tiempo R10 for the United States, Tiempo 94 for the Canada. You've then got Peace Manouche at times South Korea on a CTR 360. And then you've got Sloan times Nigeria doing a Striker 1979 as well. So you've got some of their biggest collaborators with a country that they are obviously producing the kit for, and this. I think that's genius. I love it. I think it's brilliant. Shame of the shoes they've done, I must admit. I know they want to push the cryo shot, but I can't see many people really rocking that. The kits and that, all the clothing and that is fantastic though. Absolutely brilliant. And then also you've got like Clint, obviously with Cortez, who isn't really doing anything in that sense, but he's doing a world tour where he's created Cortez tracksuits and football tops.
Oh, so good.
Kind of a spin-off of the different kits. He's just done the one in Amsterdam. He's doing some serious stuff. And it's all drawing hype. It's all doing it. I think, as we said, Nike have not really done anything for a while now, and they've dropped off massively. I think like the kits, Adidas have been walking all over them in terms of the kits. I think even the football boots, it's not, Adidas again. You've had the Thrasher Predators that have been seen that look really good. The Wales Bonner Predators that have been really good. And interestingly, actually, I saw a reel earlier of a guy saying how this new generation, obviously Gen Z and everything, they don't get what we got, where you used to walk into like a JJB and you used to have this wall of football boots and you'd pick them up and you'd feel them and you'd try them on, all the latest ones, because obviously because of Nike's drawback and going direct to consumer, you can't walk into stores that easily and see their top lines there anymore. You've got to get them through the website. And there was something special about that moment of like, right, I need some new football boots. And you go into JJB, might be with your dad or whatever, and try and pick out these football boots. And you'd be like, oh my God, look at these. No, new football boots, yes. And now it's like, don't get it. But I think both, I mean, I'm going to ask the question, and I'm sure we'll see. But I mean, who's winning the football game for the World Cup at the moment?
I'm saying Nike right now, man. And I think it's because where it's been hosted. America, Nike, obviously USA are sponsored by Nike as well, but that's the hometown, isn't it? You know what I mean? So yeah, Preza, what are you saying?
Same, bro. Can't lie, man. I mean, I was all for the I think what Adidas did was, and I think this is like Adidas's MO, man. I think they're like pure and they're like purists in terms of like what they produce. They always try to sort of like do things the right way, the proper way. You get me, man? But Nike is sort of like that wham bam, thank you, ma'am, glitz and glamour. That like, let's just like bamboozle them with stars and stardust and just give them as much razzle dazzle as they can. And to be honest, the World Cup needs that as well. I feel like the stories involved in the World Cup are always gonna be there. The football's always gonna sort of get played out, and that's why it's the theater, man. It's the theater of dreams, man. Because there was always gonna be stories, man. But you need a cool sort of like addition to that, and I think that Nike advert just is giving us a lot to talk about.
Well, this is the thing, right? Because we literally did an episode not too long ago where we said Nike they're out of it from football. Is this all it takes? One good advert to bring them back?
Seems like it.
You got to think like
they put a lot of work in
these capsules they're released though, bro.
Yeah, they put a lot of work in.
I think the collabs, like the whole England verse with a local designer / collaborator with Nike is genius.
Yeah, so good.
Question: are you buying any of it?
I can't lie, the patterns are calling my name. Maybe the shoes, I'm still like I could rock them and not feel away. But I love the clothing, bro. Some of the clothing are
the patter clothing is unbelievable.
The patter, the Palace.
I think the Palace stuff is good. I think the Palace stuff is the stuff that I'm looking at going great. The rest of it, it's weird. I haven't really seen anybody go, yeah, I'm buying this. The Palace stuff, definitely. Like people have got.
I haven't seen any VAA clothing.
No, you know what? I've seen people more interested in I've seen more people interested in the Cortez stuff.
Bro, don't get me started because they absolutely smashed it, man.
But I know Cortez is a Nike collaborator, but that is not Nike clothing.
That's not
that's driven. That's Clint driven.
Yeah, absolutely.
I find it interesting, and I think like I was looking at the list of people that were included in both adverts, and I do find it interesting. I know I said this because it does feel a little bit when you watch it. It does feel a little bit in terms of the people they've got signed, a bit good versus evil with this. Because you've got like I've just gone off with the kind of the list of people, but Kylian Mbappe is one of the most hated people in his own club, and even his countrymen are kind of going against
General Mbappe, dictator.
I did see a tweet from somebody that was like, if I won if I'd won the league title and the World Cup, or Euros or whatever it was, I'd be worse than a dictator at his age, because he's still young. But you've got Vinicius Jr., who's hated by everyone. Bruno Fernandes.
Everyone except
we know everyone
United.
hates him.
Yeah.
But then when you look at it, like the list of people, Erling Haaland hated. He's great,
Zlatan.
but people,
Fact.
the ego of Zlatan. And then you've got others. I mean, no offense, I know they've got to get someone from America in there, but please tell me which kids are looking at Tyler Adams and going,
I knew-
I
I knew he was
to be
gonna
like
This guy,
Tyler Adams.
this guy hates Tyler Adams, bro.
I think he's a really good player. I actually really enjoy him, and I wouldn't be mad if he was at United. But when you look at the caliber of stars there,
But
I
who else
feel
do
like
they have though? I mean, at
Well,
left
Yeah,
back,
even in the
obviously,
US team, yeah, it's a
that
struggle.
left back's
mean,
good. Robinson.
yeah, I
He
mean,
is
when you've
good.
got
I don't even know if he's
Cantona,
sponsored by Nike, to be fair.
That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah, I think the list is there. But then when you look at the Adidas list, where it's like Bellingham and it's Lamine Yamal and it's Messi, and it's because when it comes to like football, it's always Messi versus Ronaldo. It's always Ronaldo's like the bad guy. He's the ego one, whereas Messi is like the pure footballer, and everyone kind of loves Messi. And you do look at it and you go, it is quite funny, the two. I will be interested because the Adidas advert is left not finished. And there is rumours that there is going to be another one, and it's going to be a bit of a story potentially. So we'll see. That could just be rumours, and they haven't got anything else there. But it's interesting, and I'm just glad that we're getting all this cool football content, and we are getting a really nice build up to the World Cup. Like I know it's kind of, it feels like it's come quite quickly because obviously, we've only just had the Premier League and the Champions League finish, and this is already starting. I mean, England at time of recording are playing New Zealand, and let's pray to God that they're winning. Oh, 1-0. They won 1-0 against New Zealand.
1-0.
New Zealand lost 4-0 to Haiti, and we're only just beating them 1-0. We'll give them a break. But yeah,
can I give you one bit of one stat?
Go on.
On YouTube, as of today, the Adidas Backyard Legends advert has 6.4 million views. I don't know how long the Nike ad's been out. I'd imagine if we're being generous, maybe 3 days, 2 days.
Yeah, it's
Like
a
that,
shorter.
Like that.
Well, as of 2 days ago, yeah, I think that's when it said it's come out. 2 days. Do you know what? Let's make this a little bit of a game. Scotty, do you think higher or lower than 6.4 million views?
Higher.
Yeah, it's got to be in it.
How much higher?
I've got to say about 10, bro. I'm thinking about 10.
I reckon it's probably even higher than that. I've seen so much PR and like push from this advert. I'd be like, I think everyone's seen it of some description. If you think of the caliber of people, I mean,
Yeah.
if
There's a lot of
Cristiano
crossover. A lot of
Cristiano
crossover.
Ronaldo is the most followed athlete, or even not even athlete, person on all
Yeah.
social media platforms. If he
Kim
puts that
K's
up,
in that top 10. LeBron's in that
exactly.
top 10.
Yeah,
or
so
top
you
10
think
or whatever it is.
I'd be amazed if it was less than 50 mil, to be fair.
Right now, after 2 days, I mean, and this could be inflated, but based on YouTube, it's on 42 million.
Whoa,
Wow.
madness,
Amazing.
bro.
That
That's
is,
just YouTube.
bro, and that's 2 days on just YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. And
So
the thing is, whoever's involved in it's pushing it hard as well. So they're
Pushing it
collaborating,
massively
they're
hard.
sharing. Genius.
But that
they
feeds
need
into
to
your
do-
narrative, Scott, of good and evil, right? Because for a fact, Adidas just put it up there, walked away, and said, "I'm not looking at the views, I'm not looking at the comments. I'm just gonna let it live and breathe by itself." And Nike's been like, "Nah, we're pushing this, we're pushing this."
They've pulled out. I mean, you look at that list of celebs that are in there in addition to the footballers. Like, it's mad. It's just insane amounts of PR on social media.
Yeah.
Like,
But can I
just
say,
in them
Scott,
alone, which is
also, I
amazing.
didn't realize how many stars Nike have. Like, because we
True.
talk about, I mean, we even mentioned it the other day.
yeah.
Like,
Who have they got?
who? Like Ronaldo
Yeah.
and us.
Yeah.
They've got some stars still on the roster, man.
They have. I think
Yeah.
I look at it and I think Adidas has the future, and I think Nike has more than now in that sense. I think you look at obviously
That's fair.
Lamine Yamal and Bellingham, that if they're hanging their hat on them, like I mean, they're very young and their careers can go one or two ways still, because Bellingham is only, what, 22 or something, and Lamine Yamal's, what, 19?
Mm.
Like, when you look at Vinicius and Mbappe, they're there. They're
prime.
Champions League winners, they're Ballon d'Or winners, all of this. I think, the fact that Ousmane Dembele is like a minor character and he's just won the Ballon d'Or.
I was gonna say,
others,
Ousmane Dembele is a part of it.
Yeah.
As well, isn't he?
So no, it's interesting. I mean, to be honest, it's just good football content, and it's just good.
No, it's wicked, man.
Can I ask, lads, it gets me excited for it.
What you thought about them sort of substituting the official kits for these like PE kits that they couldn't show because obviously, for instance, Spain sponsored by Adidas.
That mashed me up, bro.
And Portugal sponsored by Puma, so they had to do something. I found that genius as well because that's a talking point in itself.
That is hilarious. That is very, very smart. But that, like, because of like, I saw a quick glance of Bruno. I'm like, he's in a full kit. How's he in a full kit? That could confuse me. And then, like, when you saw the full head to toe of Cristiano, you're like, hold on, that's a training kit.
Yeah. I didn't realize until you mentioned it. To be fair,
that's asking for a lawsuit. No, that was pretty smart.
But it's just colors, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
they've not printed the actual.
The likeness they could probably start on. I still find that genius in itself.
Yeah, it's just a great advert. Yeah, and this is what we want. And this is why I kind of love the international tournaments, because you do, and it like I say, this certainly feels like I haven't seen this much push and effort going from brands for any sports event I can't remember. So yeah, this is great, and I know obviously there's going to be a lot of money involved in it with it being in America and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's brilliant. And I'm just glad we can be positive about it. But yeah, I think the war between Adidas and Nike will continue. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see, because obviously we've been saying for a while that Nike's sales and shares and everything have been falling and falling. It'll be interesting to see if what they're doing around this World Cup leads to increased shares and sales and kind of growth. So I guess we'll see kind of when the details come out later on, well after the tournament. But it'll be interesting to see if it's been positive. But yeah, on that, we're going to move on to our second segment, shoes round, where we look at the upcoming releases for the next week. Because something we like, triple up, something we dislike, triple down, and something we think is going to get a little bit lost amongst the hype, a sleeper pick. And he's not on holiday anymore. He's not walking around parades. So he's actually can do it this time. So we're going to pass over to Erkin for this week's triple up, triple down. Triple down.
Yeah, that's it, man. I tried to get out of it again, but I thought, you know what? Can't escape it forever. No, I'm joking. I was actually not looking forward to this one because there's not bangers coming out, but
you got a bit of a dead week, to be fair.
Yeah, I got a short straw, didn't I? But you know what? It's kind of refreshing because for once, the tripled up is not a Nike shoe. It's not an Air Max shoe. It's actually a New Balance shoe. Joe Freshgoods, we've had a bit of beef recently. I've moaned about, the same stuff, like same color palette, same materials, same models near enough. But credit where credit's due, a New Balance 1890. Orange colorway. I know there's another one, but this one, tickles the pickle more. It looks cool, man. I like the design of it. It's not the most outlandish New Balance. I mean, you could mistake this for another New Balance, don't get me wrong. £180. These aren't cheap by any means, but I love the colorway, man. It's like sort of magma, lava, a bit of TN action going on if you look at it from certain angles. And they're meant to be coming out on the 9th of June. Now, of course, this is probably not going to be pulling up trees because of the price tag and stuff like that. But where Joe Freshgoods is going, if it's anything like this, I'm here for it because it's new, it's refreshing. It's not just, the same old sort of palette that he's used to on a lot of models that we've seen with New Balance at the moment. But yeah, I like it. I think there's another purple colorway, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of bits and bobs that come with it. Of course, the colorway itself, but laces and everything else. And yeah, Joe Freshgoods with New Balance is kind of like a, match made in heaven at this point. But look, I'm just glad he's doing something different, a bit left field. Scott, what are you saying, man? Because I know you've been an admirer of his for a while, but yeah, what's this saying to you?
I know I said we weren't going to do any questions, but there was one question, and it does come from the other side of the world, and it's from Harrison. Like I said, go follow Best Foot Forward. But his question was simply to us, why do you hate New Balance? And I think we'll all kind of come back at that, but we don't hate New Balance.
Nah.
But I think they haven't been as strong as they have been previously.
Yeah, in previous
You
years.
know, I think at the moment they're doing some really solid stuff. I think their GRs, I think they probably have a better run of GR releases than any other brand out there. Like their GR releases generally rival most other brands, like special releases. Like they are absolutely incredible. In terms of the Joe Freshgoods stuff, again, I think the Joe Freshgoods stuff has been a bit hit and miss. I think some of it's been really good. Some of it has been not really to my tastes. For me, this kind of falls into that, like, not really my taste. I only say that because I just don't like this model. There's something about the front of it and the overlays I just can't quite get on board with. But I think this is one of the better iterations of that shoe, and I think there's been some really good versions of this shoe. But yeah, I think it's one of them. I something different, and I've seen a lot of people wearing this model, so I think this model will probably do very well. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are really going to like this, and it's just, for me, I think just the models that they're trying to push at the moment and doing the collaborations on, a lot of them are more of these new techie kind of more modern runners. And for me, I prefer New Balance's more classic line. Things like the 990s, the 991s, 990, all those type of things. You kind of heritage running models in that sense. But yeah, I think this is one of the best iterations I've seen of this shoe, and something a bit different as well. So yeah, but for me, between this and the Action Bronson pair that they did as well, really liked that pair. Yeah, I think they're both good, but yeah, just not one for me. But I do want it to reiterate, I don't hate New Balance. In fact, I very much like New Balance. It's just that, they just haven't been quite as strong as they once were. When I think of their like peak, when we're talking about like ALD 550 times, where they were just untouchable.
Literally,
but not bad.
True. Prozac, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw on your latest carousel that 1890 was like a grey model.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
Yeah.
I was in Belgium this week for work, and I went to a store called, I can't remember the name now. It's late. But it was a really nice store. It will come back to me. It will come back to me. And then, yeah, man, it was just like, I saw the model and I was like, in that colorway, it looked really, really, really cool. And it reminded me of this model, because I knew that Joe Freshgoods had done it as well. And this fire colorway kind of reminds me of the old school TN colorway and the Presto colorway. That we the fire Presto colorway that was there. It's kind of giving those kind of vibes as well. So yeah, I've got a lot of time for this. I've got a lot of time. And not all because it looks and it gives me sort of that reminiscent vibe of that shoe, but just because it's something different as well, especially from Joe Freshgoods. I'm not going to make the mistake of asking Joe Freshgoods the story behind the shoe, because he probably is just an orange. but still, it's a cool colorway, and it's a very cool technical looking shoe. So now I've got time for it, man. It's a very cool shoe.
Yeah, it looks cool. And I think certain angles, it reminds me of those TN drifts they did a couple of years ago, where the open like rubbery and stuff. But yeah, so far this is probably one of the nicest colorways I've seen to this model. But yeah, next up though, not good news. We've spoken about her before, Bianca Jackson. If you know, you know. Yeah, EastEnders, do your Googles. Bro, Converse Shy 001. I'm not really that familiar with the model. Even other colorways, not really been a fan, but this has by far got to be the triple down this week. £119. It's a silver basketball shoe, but it's just like, why this colorway, man? I mean, this silver tin foil, aluminium foil, whatever it is, it just needs to be stopped. Like, there needs to be petitions. June 11th, though, they're coming out. So if that's your bag, Bianca, if you're listening, obviously do your thing. But yeah, not a fan. You got the zip action. Obviously, a lot of people are liking this model. Don't get me wrong. It's just not for me. But this colorway, again, it's definitely not for me, man. But boys, talk to me. Worthy of a triple down, or could you be rocking these? What are you saying?
Do you want me to go, Scotty?
He needs a minute. He needs a minute, everyone.
Yeah, this ain't for me, man. This ain't for me. I'm still not 100% sure where I am on the Converse, I should say, Shy 001. I think there's certain times I've seen it when I'm like, that looks good on you, or that looks okay on you. And I've never had a desire to want to wear the shoe or to own the shoe. I think that's it. And I don't think that means that anything in particular. It's just like, it just doesn't really give me that feeling. It doesn't really, I don't feel like I want to buy into this. That being said, I've seen some colorways that are absolutely fine, because he does go sort of down the mono route. He will just pick a color and it will just be that color in it. And that's a pretty safe way to go on sort of your first shoe, just making it specific colors and people just pick the colors that they like. That being said, that the full silver is bold. I think there was a Jordan 6 that came out this year that was full silver as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a PSG or something?
That was a PSG.
It
that was a
wasn't
PSG.
it? Oh.
But I think that was to commemorate, or maybe that was to celebrate the Champions League.
I walked into that one, innit? I could have just left that alone. I should have just
left it alone. But no, this definitely ain't on that level. That being said, and obviously, you could imagine the Jordan 6 has kind of earned the right to go down that route. This, on the other hand, I'm not sure. So yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me at sort of 119, 120 pounds. But I could imagine some people liking it because it is just one color. And if you like silver, it's going to be right up your street.
Yeah. Scott, talk to me, man. No holds barred. What are you saying?
I just don't get why people like the Shy one.
Honestly,
there's such massive hype. Like, it was on people's shoe of the year list last year.
It was on the shoe of the year list.
Complex, isn't it?
It was on Complex's shoe of the year list.
Yeah,
I actually called it. I knew it was going to be on that list.
I just don't get it.
There's always one though, isn't it? Like an AE one that you kind of think, I mean, it's not for us.
Right.
But
if you put this next to, say, one of the like Fear of God athletic shoes, it ain't far off.
Nah, you're not wrong.
I just don't.
Cool.
I'd also, like, all of the colorways have pretty much been just one color, just complete monochrome the whole way. You know, they've had red, they've had grey. You know, the pink pair's all right. I'll give that. I like the pink, but I like pink. I think I've said that a lot on this episode. I quite like a pink shoe. But I don't get the model. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why people love it. And then you wrap it in tin foil like it's some fucking turkey. Like, it's just, I don't know who's rocking these. Elton John, Spaceman, again, bring that back. Rocket. I don't know. I don't get the model. I don't get why you would then wrap it in silver. Yeah. Is it a UK thing? Do we just not get it? Is this an American thing?
Maybe. Thing is, it's like you got basketball shoes that we won't get, like AE1s and this and that. But you might be thinking Americans are probably looking at probably the cryo shots, I'm thinking, bro, what are those? Like,
Yeah,
do you
but
know what I
so
mean?
are we.
To an
True,
extent, yeah, we are.
true. But we at least we understand it. Do you know what I mean? Like they're probably thinking,
Yeah,
how
we
can they
we
not
get
like
it.
the Shires? Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I don't know,
I just
man.
don't. It's just odd. I just look at it and I don't get it.
No.
I know, like I look at some basketball shoes and I've gone, they're all right. Quite like them. That's fine.
Mm.
But this isn't one of them. It's
Nah,
not.
the shape, everything
Um,
about it. There's even an
yeah.
ugly camo, like a green camo one on the Soul Supply website. It's like, come on now, don't ruin camo for me. Do you know what I mean? It's mad, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
we'll move on.
that's
We'll move
terrible.
on.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
give
terrible.
I'll give the camo a pass because at
Yeah.
least they're trying hard to cover the shoe and make sure you can't see it.
So you can't literally camouflage the shoe.
It disappears.
It's it's just it's like it's got like wings like inbuilt into it. It's odd.
Yeah, the front, innit? Yeah, it
Yeah,
is a
when you
bit-
unzip it, it kind of just sort of can flop out a little bit. That sounded weird. Pause
gonna say,
that.
what's
Just in the same
flying
side.
out?
But yeah, like to be fair, like
How are you
There
wearing
are-
your shoes?
there are some photos where, like, I'm just gonna stop talking.
Yeah.
It's late. It's late. For
Yeah.
context, it's 11:30 on a Saturday. So yeah, there's that. But we'll move on because we've got a bit of a sleeper, and this time it is a Nike shoe and an Air Max 95. How about that? Yeah, keeping up appearances, as they say. This one you could call it the Post-it Note 95s, but Soul Supply are calling it the Woven Multi. So there's that. £175. Of course, woven into sort of in and out, up and down, whatever it is. It kind of looks like Post-it notes, different colors and this and that, which I'm not mad at. I like it. Again, it is a sleeper for a reason on the 12th of June because most people aren't talking about it. Most people probably won't even go for it because we've just had the fresh mints. We've had a couple more 95 drop in. And people are still probably crying because of the Travis drop in, the Jordan 4 brick after bricks and everything else. So yeah, people might not be looking at this, but people might be going back to it maybe on a sale or a cheeky discount. But I'm not mad at it, man. A lot of color, a lot of pop. I mean, for summer could be, one to go for. But yeah, I like a lot on this shoe. Maybe not one to rock on a daily, but if you're feeling a bit fancy, just want to break some necks, this might be again the one to go for. But Scott, what are you saying? Because I know you like a bit of color as well. So you're saying good sleeper or?
Yeah, I like these. I think this is something different. Like we've seen so many 95s that, as much as some of them are classics, they are just kind of different variations of a same colorway. Really, it's like the same gradient, insert color here.
Mhm.
Cool. At least this is a bit different. And I know, like, obviously J-Tips was caught wearing these, which might give him a little bit more hype as well. There were people that were like, oh, is this his first pair? No,
Yeah.
we knew it wasn't going to be. But yeah, no, I really like these. And I think, like I say, it's a bit of a shame because there was a little bit of talk and hype around them. And then obviously that's kind of disappeared. And then there's so much that's just come out that these are going to really fall kind of under the radar. But yeah, I think these look really good, and I think there's a lot of good details and quality on them, and yeah, I think that'd be nice. Yeah, nice pair.
Yeah, Prozac, what are you saying? Bit of you?
Yeah, no, these are cold, bro. Especially coming to like summertime and that. Like just a nice couple pops of color and that. It's just it's a cool vibe. And like I think you're absolutely right, Scotty. Like the thing with the 95 is, as a silhouette, it's almost perfect. The only thing you can really change is the color on the upper, really. Like, so it's just one of them things where it's like you will get a lot of times it just looks similar, right? This just adds another element to the shoe, a little bit more texture to the shoe. On a shoe that like literally has the most texture, it just adds another layer of texture to the shoe, which is actually very cool. And loads of pops of color, which is never a bad thing. So yeah, no, I'm not mad at it at all. Definitely agree it's a sleeper because not many people talking about it, but definitely one that probably should be a little bit further up the list.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the US got these around Air Max Day, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, but no, it's good looking shoe. Definitely something different. could have easily passed off as a J Tips or another collaborator
Easy,
shoe.
easily.
Be interesting to see what the box looks like as well if they change that up. But yeah, that's the sleeper though. We're gonna have to move on to the steal of the week.
Steal of the week.
And it might be one of Scott's favorite shoes. It's a Nike Shox, ladies and germs. Of course, I'm being sarcastic, but for £70, we are on the Offspring website, 58% off. And they've got some decent sizes, man. The Nike Shox Ride 2, to be exact. Decent colorway. You know, you've got blacks in there, reds, grays. And to be honest, I'm not the biggest Shox fan, but this is one of the most, like, more sleeker designs, more wearable, and to be honest, more comfortable as well. I know they've got the foam springs and all that, but this one just works a bit better because you got some air towards the forefoot. But in terms of sizes, you got quite a range, man. I mean, 6, most sizes going up to 12. And again, for 70 quid, you know, 58% off, more than half price. Offspring, honestly, man, they keep doing good things over there in terms of their sales. And this might be one of those new beaters in the collection for everyone. But yeah, Prozak, what are you saying about these?
Yeah, these are all right, man. I mean, I can't give you any more than that. They're not really for me. I do like Shox, man. These just ain't my particular silhouette on the Shox. But like, I feel like when you've got a pair of shoes that were at one point sold for £165 and are now being sold for 70, like, yeah, get
It's
involved.
tempting, innit?
Yeah, just get involved. Like, just get involved, man. Because yeah, it's just like, especially if you've never had a pair of Shox. Yeah, man, why not? So yeah, and I agree, the colorways, they're decent. It wouldn't be hard to sort of get fits off in these as well. So yeah, not bad at all for £70.
Mm-hmm. Scott, try and just say something nice, please. That's all I ask. What are you saying about these? Let's move on. There we go.
Fuck Shox.
I knew it. Anyway, tripled up, triple down. That's this week's over and done. Give it back to Scott before he kicks me off the show.
Sorry. Well, I could be a bit happy because we are going to wrap up this week's episode, but finally, we're going to play a bit of a game. It's back. Scott's
Been a
House of
while.
Games.
Woo!
Now, seeing as we've been talking about football and we've been talking about how we've been starved of good football adverts, I thought we'd play a little game around football adverts. So if you don't like football, to be honest, you probably should have turned off before. But if you got this far and you really don't like football, turn off now. What I thought we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to look at some classic football adverts. And all I'm going to get you to do is guess who was in the advert. That's all it is.
Nice.
You've just got to tell me who was in the adverts. So we're going to do two different football adverts. And then depending on the scores, we've got a third tiebreaker if we need it. You're going to get 3 guesses each to get someone that was correct in this advert. So we're going to start off with a classic. We're going to start off from 2006. We're going Joga Bonito. Right? The series of TV adverts, right? So you get a point if you get someone correct that was in the advert. I will also give you a bonus point if you can tell me which advert they were in, because each advert had a specific name as well.
Ooh.
So I'll give you a bonus point if you can tell me which advert they were in. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll go Erkin to go first. So Joga Bonito, 3 guesses. We'll go backwards and forwards. But tell me who was in the Joga Bonito adverts?
So the one that springs to mind first, and I'm hoping it is the Joga Bonito one. It's got to be the R10 with the crossbar advert.
Well, Ronaldinho with the crossbar challenge. And the advert was Yeah, crossbar challenge.
Crossbar,
So I
yeah.
will give you a bonus
Whee!
point for the crossbar challenge.
There we go.
Prozac, over to you. Someone
Me.
else that was in that advert.
I'm confused, man.
I will say Ronaldinho did appear in a couple of different ones. So
Yeah,
I'll,
okay.
but we will. He was in the crossbar challenge. That was his kind of one, the one where he was a kid and he was kind of accuracy and all this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be getting this wrong. The airport, was that part of Yoga Benito?
Ooh.
I mean, there was a number of different scenes for different adverts. There was 6 different adverts. Who was in it? If you can get the person,
because like a very obscure name. It's not an obscure name for a lot of people, but it's an obscure name for some. Denilson was definitely in the airport.
Oh yeah,
Denilson
stops the ball.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Denilson
So-
was definitely in the airport.
So with it, there was one that had the Brazilian national team.
Yeah,
So there was a number of different players that were in amongst that. So yeah, there was a few different ones in there. Let me double check that it was the
might have
correct
to watch
one.
it because he was in it for a flash. But he's definitely, if that counts as one of the Yoga Benito adverts, he definitely was in that because he was one of my favorite players. So step overs are crazy.
Denilson, yeah,
So,
Denilson.
play for Arsenal. That one.
No, not that one. You
I was
donut.
gonna say, bro.
The original Denilson, the one that played. I think he played for Betis. I think he played for Real Betis.
Ah, yeah. My bad.
yeah, so I'm just checking because there was another airport advert that was
Portugal versus Brazil, innit, or something.
it was earlier than that one,
I
and
think it might be that
I'm
one.
looking, and I think the one you're on about is actually earlier
Yeah, I think it's that
than
one.
Jogo Benito. Yeah, it was earlier than Jogo Benito.
Oh.
So no, that's incorrect.
Trying
Unfortunately,
to be obscure, man.
you've gone that. So I mean, that's what we are.
Gotta keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple.
So
That's a good shout,
go
though.
on.
Can I say 2, or is it one player per?
Just one. One player per
So
guess.
Cristiano, I remember him in the changing room
Yeah.
with the white boots and the football that you had, Scott. Can't remember the name of the advert, but I just remember that was the advert.
Yeah, Cristiano was in there. A very young Cristiano at that point.
With the
That's
mullet.
6,
I remember,
20
man.
years ago. Ooh,
Yeah.
Yep. No, he's in there. Yeah. Prozac, over to you. I mean, there was someone else in that advert with him.
I know who it is.
We're joking, knows who it is.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Man.
Let me just throw a name out because let's go back to Brazil because I know there was one where there was multiple guys from 20 years ago. Let's just put, surely Kaká's got to be in there.
He's a
2006.
thing, no? Adidas.
Oh, sure. way out.
Whoa.
He's
Reckon.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Adidas.
Zlatan. He was in the same advert. And just to obviously, I know these quite often because most of my ICT lessons in school was watching these adverts. Yeah, but Zlatan was in there with Cristiano in the
Zlatan was the other
rooms.
one in there as well. Yeah. So that's
Oh,
3
boy.
for 3. So, Prozac, last one. Give me something. You're
Yeah.
nil at the moment.
No poor.
Like World Cup. Who was popping in the World Cup then?
2006.
Open in the World Cup 2006. I think this Zlatan. Is it maybe someone from England? It's got to be. I want to say somebody that I feel like is bait, but I don't know whether I can't actually remember. That's the thing. I did have the benefit of watching these in my ICT lessons. I think I was a little bit older.
Yeah.
We were using typewriters. It was. I'm gonna throw out. Nah, surely not. He was too young, I think. Let me go back to Brazil. And let's say, I mean, Ronaldinho.
We've already had Ronaldinho.
Oh, you said it already. Sugar.
Consider Ronaldinho.
Yeah. Okay. So not Ronaldinho. It was 2000, so it's around that time because I know he definitely did one. Let's say. Nah, definitely not him.
There's got to be a time limit.
We're going to put a time limit. Oh, come on, give me something.
Give me something. Oh God. Year 2000. He was definitely Adidas. All right, let's go. Wayne Rooney.
Yes, Wayne Rooney, alongside Rio Ferdinand and Eric Cantona were in that advert as well. So Alex Ferguson,
Eric Cantona. Eric Cantona's in all
did
of
all
these.
the voiceovers for it. He was the kind of narrator for all of them.
Yeah, he was in all of
Could have
these.
had Ronaldo, no? R9.
You could have had R9, yeah.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, Nazario, yeah. So you could have had Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Adriano, Robinho, Roberto Carlos, most of the Brazilian national team for Brazil, celebrating the joy of football. You had obviously, Ronaldinho with the crossbar challenge. You had Zlatan versus Cristiano in the kind of battle of skills. You had Wayne Rooney in the Heart episode. I love how that was the English episode. It was just Wayne Rooney going around battering people. And then you had Thierry Henry.
Oh, that's a big shout. Should have got that.
Before he went to Reebok.
Yeah, and then you had Ronaldo. R9 had a specific episode for him as well. Advert for him, kind of talking about the Miracle Man and the phenomenon that he was. So
phenomenal.
We are 3-1. But we're going to keep it to 2006 because there was another epic advert that happened in that time from Adidas and the Jose Plus 10 adverts. 2 little kids playing football and they're like, okay, pick teams. And then they pick out all the stars. So this is where we're going. It is, 3v3, 3 guesses for Adidas 2006. Prozac, who are we going for?
2006.
Same year as Jogo Bonito.
I mean,
think back to them typewriters, bro.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I've got
think back to 5 minutes ago when you said one.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to say, I feel like if he wasn't in that one, he's got to have been in this one, right? Around the same time. But I'll go with Kaká, yeah, fair play.
Kaká was definitely in this one. Adidas representative, yeah. Okay.
Zizou. Zidane.
Oh, Zinedine Zidane, the greatest midfielder to ever play the game. Yeah. Zinedine Zidane, there, yes, 100%. I mean, if you remember anything about 2006, it should be Zidane putting his head through the chest of an Italian player in the final. I will never forget that.
Yeah.
For as long as I live. Oh, yeah. There we go. Absolutely. I don't know if you see Art of Football or Art of as they now are, but they do really cool football inspired like t-shirts and stuff. They've done some like rip-off jerseys, football jerseys, and the French one is just the Zidane headbutt. And it's brilliant. If you like football gear, Art of Football, really good stuff on there. Prozac, over to you.
Okay. At that time, I'd probably say Del Piero.
Del Piero wasn't in the advert.
Okay.
Amazingly, no, he wasn't in the advert.
Definitely an Adidas guy, right? I didn't get that wrong.
I mean, he's in the Adidas advert this year, so yes, he's an Adidas guy,
Okay,
just
yeah.
not in this advert, unfortunately.
So I'm going with Beck's Golden Balls.
Yeah, David Beckham.
Yeah.
He's there. Yeah. Prozac, last one.
David Beckham. I'll probably say. Time limit again, innit? Because that was going to be my last one.
Bro,
Obviously.
when did you start watching football? That's what I want to know. Because, bro, these are the golden years, bro.
But I've been watching football from before that as well. Like, I've got a lot more stuff
Yeah, but this
in
was
my
like
brain.
Go on.
the golden era.
2006. Go on.
2006.
To be fair, there's one on here you should definitely get. Actually, there's some wild ones on it though, mind. But yeah, there's definitely one on here that you should get.
No, I mean,
You just started watching football when Spurs won Europa League. The Europa
well, last season, yeah, that's hilarious. Well, my mind's gone blank, man. Give me a countdown, maybe that'll help. Give me 10 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, I can't think of any.
We just wasted 10 seconds of everyone's life right there.
You can fast forward it.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Go on, who are you
Riquelme?
going for? Riquelme's in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to? I mean, you've absolutely walked this. So do you want
There
to
is.
clean up?
Hold
Do you
on.
wanna see what else you
Hold
got?
on. Look, it is like what's that guy that used to play for United? Angel Di Maria. Is he in it?
No,
Too early, I think.
Yeah, it might be
2006,
too early.
way too early.
Too early.
Yeah. Anyone else, Erkin? You may as well see what you can clean up on him.
Hernan Crespo.
Crespo wasn't in it. No, he wasn't in this
Right,
one. No.
Yes, is it?
Gerard's got to be there.
Gerard.
No, Gerard.
No. Wow.
Weirdly.
Wow. That's mad.
Who was the one
I'll
that you
give
said I should have got?
I'll give, well, probably it might have been the biggest thing that happened since before you won. I think the Europa League, but Jermaine Defoe, weirdly.
Really?
he had the F50s.
He
Didn't
was an F50 guy.
Oh,
So
you're right.
Franz Beckenbauer and Platini were in there as legends. You had
Ashley
Michael
Cole?
Ballack, Oliver Kahn, Djibril Cisse, Jermaine Defoe, Frank
Cisse.
Lampard
Frank
Oh,
Lampard. I
wow,
flopped.
yeah.
Frank Lampard,
Robin
definitely.
was the other as well.
Oh, you're
All right,
right. Frank Lampard.
this Erkin's absolutely walked this, so don't give
Yeah.
it. But Prozac said that he was watching football from earlier, so we'll go to what was the icebreaker and just see what we can pick out then, shall we?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, the secret tournament, Nike, each 3v3v3, v3, 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 all of the teams. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams of 3. Can you name me the players that played inside that cage
Okay.
in the secret tournament?
I'll go Edgar Davids.
Edgar Davids is correct.
My shout as well.
Are we going back and forth, or do we just throw some stuff out?
I just want to let's just see what you can pick out now.
Cantona.
Eric Cantona once again was kind of doing the voiceover for
Yeah. the
all of it
announcer,
as he
wasn't
did with all of Nike stuff. Yeah,
Thierry's got to be there, no?
Yeah, Thierry's definitely there.
Thierry Henry's in there. Yeah.
Got to have the Brazil
It's got-
boys in there.
Yeah, there's
think-
got
I
to be
think-
like a Ronaldo in there or something.
There is Ronaldo. Ronaldo's in there. Yeah.
Carlos.
Roberto Carlos is in there. Yeah.
Adriano, he was always front and center.
Adriano. No Adriano in this one. I mean, Prozek's best
What's
mate, Denilson's in there.
Denilson, love that.
Denilson was in there, yeah.
Yeah. Zlatan.
A little bit too early for Zlatan. This is 2002. This advert came out.
Yes,
Okay.
24 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, you think 2002? I mean, this is prime
Is this
Arsenal
like-
territory, isn't it?
Is this like is like Romario in this?
You do not have Romario in there. So some of them are you'd say obvious, and then there's others that you're like, if you pick them out, your ball knowledge is unparalleled.
Something is telling me that Christian Vieri was in this.
Christian Vieri. No, Vieira. Yes. Vieri.
Patrick Vieira.
No,
Patrick Vieira.
Patrick Vieira's in amongst this.
I thought it was Adidas. Wow.
He's Adidas now, definitely.
Yeah. Veron?
Yeah.
Veron's the got to be
No,
there.
Veron, right. I'm gonna run through it
Oof.
because you got 2 out of 3 of the OS Tornadoes. The other one was Luis Figo.
Figo.
The Galacticos, Roberto Carlos, Ronaldo, and Luis Figo. You had in amongst here Thierry Henry, Francesco Totti, and Hidetoshi Nakata. Was the triple espresso.
Japanese guy. He was so
Yeah.
cool, man.
Triple espresso. The one touchables: Patrick Vieira, Ruud van Nistelrooy, and Paul Scholes.
Scholes
That's
was
right.
Nike, wasn't he?
Yeah, Scholes was nice.
The
Wow.
Toros Locos, Freddie Lumberg, Javier Saviola, and Luis Enrique.
Luis Enrique was a
Luis
ball.
Enrique.
Wow.
Then you had Team Cerberus, which was Edgar Davids, Lilian Turan, and Sylvain
Lilian Thuram.
Wiltord.
Will
Lilian
Todd.
Thuram as well.
Then you had the Funk Soul Brothers,
Check it out.
Denilson, Ronaldinho, and Seol Ki Hyun. Again, like I said, if you got some of these, fair play.
I think
Tuta
he was
Bene,
like South Korean or something.
yeah, Tuta Bene. You had Fabio Cannavaro, Thomas Rosicki, and
Oh,
Rio
yeah.
Ferdinand in a team.
Ferdinand, yeah.
And then last one, Equipo del Fuego, Claudio Lopez, Geyser Mendiata, and Hernan Crespo.
Mendieta.
Crespo.
Oh, what a baller, man.
I wanted to say Crespo, and I thought he was Adidas.
Yeah.
He was one of my
So we
favorite
go-
strikers, man. Love Crespo.
I think obviously it's one of them, innit, where like obviously the kits they wore for
The
club
country.
compared to, obviously, kind of we relate them to that. Like I think of Luis Figo, and I know Portugal's been Nike, but Madrid.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I think
He went
kind
Barca
of
as well,
Adidas
didn't he? He
and all
kind of
that, so
switched.
yeah, so it's an interesting mix of people in those adverts. But yeah, what adverts? Amazing adverts. But there we go. Hopefully we get some more football content. Unfortunately, everybody, as I said, it is the World Cup, so there is going to be more football content. And while we think of football content, just want to say I've reclaimed my FPL title. I'm taking it. I'm also taking the League of the Broskies. The only one that I didn't take was the Annex, unfortunately. But yes, I have finally taken back. I lost it last year. I've had a year on, year off. So what it means is that next year I'll probably come second. Seems to be the pattern. So yeah, we will put that back up for next year and get back to it. And yeah, let's see. I'd say there's normally a little trophy and a prize, but I can't really give it to myself. So I'll just put it up on the wall.
I mean,
somewhere.
I came second, so you could always, just donate it, Scott. Not a problem.
Charity Shield. First and second go off against each other.
Super Cup.
English Super
Listen,
Cup.
where did you finish, project?
You're talking about finish, man. Win the European title and then chat.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Jesus Christ.
He's won the relegation cup this year. He just about scraped it. It's all good. It's all good.
Thanks again, by the way. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to help out.
Right, all right. We'll wrap this up before they kick off again. Thank you for everyone for listening to this week's episode or watching this week's episode of the Triple Double Podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Please give us like, comment, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. Just help feed the algorithms. You can find me, Scott, at _sneaker teacher on Instagram. Erkin, where can they find you?
Yep, on YouTube, The Life of a Broski, and at Erkin Hassan on Instagram as well.
And Prozek, where can they find you?
PROZECH on all platforms. And for those that are interested, just started doing some football content. That's PRO.ZFC. Gathering some steam, gathering some smoke, man. We're doing all right, man.
I wonder why.
Don't know why. For real, I was gonna say I don't know why.
I wonder why.
He's got quite popular for a couple of weeks just there. So yeah. Thanks for the support, everyone, man. It's been beautiful.
This guy is like Marvel level villain, bro. Honestly,
Support is a loose word in this. I get called the villain. Just clarify. We're seeing true villainy.
listen, man.
Boy,
You
this
both
is
Don't
origin story of villainy.
Okay, don't let Scott off the hook, bro. Because Scott has been consistently villainous throughout the whole season.
Don't
I'm
think
just
I forgot,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
You
I'm just
remember the
popping
take-
off at the end. I
remember the takes you
maintained my dignity. I did not say words until we were safe.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Like
You
That's
just
even worse,
waited.
though.
I did not
You
say
waited.
words until we were safe because it's not
To
really.
be fair,
it's
we
nothing,
only
right?
heard from Scott. We only heard from Scott like halfway through the season when, he had one game every month and they were doing
Yeah.
all right. Do you know what I mean? Calling Arteta Gareth Southgate and, we're going to bottle the league again and all of this and that. It's all right, man. It's okay.
Yeah,
Not
no,
bad.
it's all good. Yeah,
And
you
he
proved-
admitted it
proved people
himself.
wrong.
He definitely was like feeding the beast. You get me? Like he was definitely feeding the beast, man. He gave me a couple of layups, man. A few assists from
It's all
Scotty.
good, man.
He's putting it out there, man. Try to
Always,
distance himself, man. But he's in the muck.
Dude,
look,
he's giving you the dirty work. That's what
no,
it is.
right.
In the muck.
I just want to say I saw Arsenal fans losing their heads, and I was worried for people's friends and family, and I didn't want to
Facts.
do it anymore. Prozek, on the other hand, didn't care.
Nah,
So
man.
I thought I'd
we
just
all, we all like adults out here, man. We know what we signed up for. Let's keep it moving.
I just want to point out I don't think some people do know what they signed up for.
Might be right, yeah. Because
Listen,
some
man,
people,
I can only-
some people's heads are still on Mars.
The cheek of a team that almost got relegated to pipe up as much.
But
like
the
this.
thing is, what you don't realize, Erkin, is that does not matter. That is not factored into
thing is,
banter.
It does, bro.
Banter doesn't need a legitimate reason to be given. It just needs an inch. It just needs a little bit of an opportunity. And we're
Scott,
in there.
Just cue the outro, bro, because we could be here for another hour. Like, I'm tired. We're champions, bro. You know what I mean?
Facts.
That's all.
You
I
are
gotta say.
champions.
We're
By the
champions.
way, we did forget to mention that somebody else was in the Nike advert as well. It was actually Gabriel Magalhaes's ball from when he kicked it over. Went straight through the window. Almost
way,
took LeBron's eye out, mate.
It was
Unbelievable.
Adidas. It was Adidas.
Unbelievable.
Adidas ball.
Almost took the goat's eye out. For
Yeah,
shame.
you see, it's an Adidas ball because it's a Champions League, bro. They're the real sponsors. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Listen, man. When was the last time you won the league, bro? It was black and white on telly.
Last
man.
season, I
That's
just
last
told you.
year. No, that was Europa
I know
League.
it's late, but it's cool.
It's the Europa League. It's all good, man. It's all
They,
good.
they've waited 22 years for this to say when was
Yeah.
the last time you won a league. So we'll let them have it.
Oh,
Let 'em have it.
Scott's,
We'll let 'em
Scott's
have it.
there nearabouts as well. What was it 13 years now? 14? Oh, yeah.
It's not 22 though, and
Yeah. It's getting there.
it could be. It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Again, I at no point have I denied that Man United haven't been shit, but I will stand by. We've been shit and we've still won trophies, so I will take it and I will run with it. It's
More
fine.
managers than trophies, man. All good. All good.
I think we've had more managers than you had possession in the Champions
We
League
got
final.
him. We got him. We got a nibble. We got him. I love it, man. I love it. Oh,
I'm quite happy. It's all good. It's all good. But we'll wrap it up. Thank you for listening to this week's episode, and we'll see you next week. Thank you, and peace, Manuson. Peace. Peace, everybody. Peace.
Peace. Yeah.
Peace.
Champion.
Peace.
Champion.
Because
Ole, ole,
it's
ole.
twice.